Welcome to Soul Stories. These are original stories woven from symbol, imagination, and the quiet wisdom of the soul. The stories are not offered to explain life. They are offered as companions for the journey. Like an old path through the forest, each invites us to slow our pace, to notice more deeply, and to discover meanings that cannot be hurried. Every listener will hear a different story. Every heart will recognize a different image. There is no right interpretation. Only an invitation. As you listen, allow the story to settle within you. Follow the images that call to your imagination. Trust whatever stirs, however quietly. For it is often through image rather than explanation that the soul finds its voice. Today's story is the seed that waited. May the story find the place where it is needed. Let's begin. Long ago, long ago, beyond the last village and at the stage and edge of an ancient forest, there lay a small valley where every spring the earth awakened with colour. Wildflowers opened to the morning sun. Tall grasses danced with the wind. Young trees stretched eagerly towards the sky. The valley was known for its abundance, and travellers often paused there to marvel at the countless blossoms that seemed to appear overnight. Yet, beneath the roots of an old oak rested a single seed that never sprouted. The seasons passed over it as they always had. Spring warmed the soil, summer filled the air with birdsong, autumn wrapped the earth in gold. Winter covered everything with quiet, gentle snow. Still, the seed waited. One autumn evening, an old woman climbed slowly into the valley, carrying nothing but a walking stick and a small satchel. She had spent her life listening to places that others hurried past. She greeted the river. She thanked the wind. She rested beneath the ancient oak. As she leaned against the great trunk, she closed her eyes. After a long silence, she smiled. "So," she whispered, "you're still here." The seed stirred. It had not heard words spoken with such kindness for many years. "You know of me?" the seed asked. The old woman laughed softly. "I have known of you since I was a child." "Then tell me," said the seed, "why have I never grown?" The woman reached into the soil with gentle fingers. She did not lift the seed. She simply rested her hand upon the earth. Everyone believes that every seed is meant to bloom as quickly as the others. The wind moved quietly through the branches, but some seeds are entrusted with different seasons. The valley grew still. The valley and the flowers belong to spring. The grasses belong to summer. The leaves belong to autumn. Yet there are seeds that belong to another time altogether. The seed listened. A time no one can hurry. The woman rose. The woman rose and continued her journey, leaving the valley as quietly as she had entered. The seed remained where it had always been. Yet something had changed. It no longer waited with doubt. It waited with trust. Many more years passed. Then one winter, unlike any before, arrived. The rivers froze. The winds became fierce. Snow covered the valley for so long that many believed spring had forgotten the earth. Great trees that had stood for centuries cracked under the weight of ice. When the thaw finally came, the valley lay strangely empty. Sunlight reached places it had never touched. Rain fell gently upon the open ground. Beneath the old oak, the seed felt warmth, unlike any it had known. The shell that had protected it for 100 years began to soften. It opened without struggle. A single green shoot reached upward, slowly, patiently, joyfully. Season after season it grew, not as a flower or as a shrub, but into the first great oak of a new forest. Its branches stretched across the valley. Its roots reached deep into hidden springs. Birds built their nests upon and in and among its limbs. Travellers rested in its shade. Children climbed its branches and wondered how such a magnificent tree had appeared where none had stood before. Only the oldest river remembered. It had watched the seed through every season. It had heard every whisper. It alone knew that the tree's strength had not begun the day it broke through the earth. Its strength had been growing quietly in the darkness, hidden from every eye. And it is said that whenever someone grows weary because life seems slow or wonders why their own season has not yet arrived, the wind still carries the voice of the old woman through the leaves. There are flowers that bloom in spring, and there are seeds entrusted with 100 years. Neither has been forgotten. Each belongs to its own season. So, if ever you find yourself waiting while others seem to flourish, remember the seed beneath the old oak. The world celebrates what it can see. The soul also honours what is quietly becoming. Some gifts ask for courage. Others ask for patience. The rarest gifts ask for both. And somewhere beneath the surface of your own life, a seed may already be preparing for the season that has always been yours. Here's an invitation, a soul invitation. Every story leaves an image. Sometimes it remains with us for a few moments. Sometimes it walks beside us for years. If an image from this story has stayed with you, the seed, the old oak, the changing seasons, the valley, or the old woman, don't rush to understand it. Stay with it. Ask the question, what does this image mean? No, don't ask that question. We begin with a different question. How is this image inviting me into a creative relationship? Perhaps you are drawn to sketch the seed beneath the earth. Perhaps you feel called to paint the ancient oak. Perhaps a poem begins to emerge. Perhaps your body wants to walk slowly beneath trees, noticing the seasons around you. Or perhaps you simply sit in silence, allowing the image to unfold in its own time. As you create, you might gently wonder, what in my life is quietly taking root? Where have I mistaken waiting for failure? What seasons am I being asked to trust? What unknown gift is growing beneath the surface? There is no need to search for answers. Simply allow the image to become your companion. The soul has always spoken through symbol, story, movement, colour, and imagination. Creative expression is one way of listening. Thank you for sharing this story with me. Until we meet again, may the story continue within you.